It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a really interesting beer to show you. It's by Brew in Middlesbrough, and this is their gingerbread and rainbow chocolate frosted sugar vanilla stout. 6.1% ABV, 440 milliliter can. Interesting looking can. I've really enjoyed up to now the beers that I've had from Brew. This beer cost me £5.25 in my local bottle shop on Whitchurch Road in Cardiff. Without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Some of these beers are so elaborate these days. They're so, I don't know. I picked this up without really reading the label. I read, oh, stout, vanilla stout at the bottom. And then when I brought it home and then read the actual name of gingerbread, rainbow chocolate. What's rainbow chocolate? I've never had rainbow chocolate before. Frosted sugar, vanilla stout. Here we go. Let's get into a glass, see what we get. It looks very thin. If you have a look at the liquid pouring from the can into the glass, it looks quite thin. But it's developing a lovely, rich two-finger tan-coloured head. The beer's not jet black. That is not a jet black beer. I would say it's more like a porter. Looking like a porter than a stout. Porters are slightly thinner than stouts generally, but I've had porters that are thicker than stouts, and I've had stouts that are thicker than porters. So where we are in this kind of world of craft beer at the moment, if they called this a porter, nobody would bat an eyelid. They called it a stout, nobody's really going to bat an eyelid. Let's get the aroma then on this beer. Oh, it's going to be, it's going to be interesting. Loads of real ginger. Really impressed with the ginger here. The aroma of this beer is very similar to a lot of other stouts that I've tried in the past that have had that kind of hoppy, plum, fig, prune spiciness to it. If Brew at this stage told me that this was their Christmas beer, their Christmas offering, then I would go, yep. I've smelled hundreds of these dark beers before, around Christmas time, Christmas beers. Loads of Christmas spices, gingers, and there's definitely vanilla coming through, roasted malt. It smells like a Christmas beer. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Wow. It is very thin. It is a rather thin beer. Although at the same time as being quite thin for a stout, it's got great lacing on the glass. That might be something to do with the sugars. They've actually produced something a little bit special here. I've been very apprehensive up to now. Reading the name of the beer, pouring it. I've been a little bit like, oh my goodness me, this is going to be one of those shocking beer reviews where I lose my temper and start shouting. But it's actually quite nice. It's actually quite nice. Not that it pains me to say it, because I want all the beer I buy to be nice. I want it to be decent. I don't want it to be... Why would I want to buy rubbish beer? It tastes like a weird Krabby's on steroids. Remember Krabby's ginger beer that was everywhere back in 2010 for a moment? It was sold as a premium ginger beer, and whenever you went into like a big chain of like a Marston's or something pub, you'd always see Krabby's, and they would have it on the back wall all well lit up, and it was always like a premium beer until you've seen it in home bargains for £1, and then you were like, oh, actually it's not that great. This is how Krabby's should have been. The ginger, the sweetness, the stout in it is making the difference. There is vanilla, there is a little bit of body. It's weird and wacky. I'm not going to pull any punches in saying that it's not weird and wacky. It is weird and wacky. If you like your weird and wacky beers, then you will like this. It was meant to be weird and wacky though, wasn't it? I mean, look at it. Gingerbread and rainbow chocolate. I've never... What is rainbow chocolate? I've never heard of it. Frosted sugar vanilla stout. It's trying to be bizarre. And it's succeeded. It's succeeded in being very, very bizarre. It is a really bizarre beer, the 6.1% ABV, that actually has won me over. I was taken a down, kind of like, do I even open this? Do I even review this beer? Do I just open it as a birthday beer in 3 weeks time when I got loads of friends and family come in and go, haha, here we are, somebody try this one? And I thought, no, I am going to review it. I'm going to get round to doing this. And I've got round to doing it. And actually, I'm quite surprised by it. There's enough body, just enough body. It's a refreshing stout with just enough body to give enough mouthfeel. I like the ginger. I like the vanilla. The sweetness balances off a lot of that kind of roasted malt. I think you have to see sometimes the fun side of beer. Rather than being serious, reviewing it on a serious note all of the time. I think if you let your hair down a little bit, if you have a bit of fun, if you don't be so serious with it all, then I think you can go, actually, puts a smile on my face. This is rather weird but wacky but good. It's a really hard description, this. I'm rocking the beer back and forth. You can see that it's got great carbonation, it's got great body. It tastes thin, but it's not. It's weird. You can see that carbonation chasing the head of the glass, got good lacing. It's doing everything right. It was just the apprehension, that kind of like, oh my goodness me, what am I opening here? Gingerbread man eating himself, whistling at the same time. or a gingerbread man pulling parts of his body off whilst walking down the street with sunglasses on and whistling. Yeah, it's wacky, but it's meant to be. Get into the festive spirit. It is a Christmas beer. Get into the festive spirit with our take on classic gingerbread. Expect lashings of sweet, creamy ginger taste to run through your taste buds, finishing with an essence of smooth vanilla to give you this stout a nice rich end note. Yeah, okay, and then they got drink away. drinkaway.co.uk on the back of the can. Ready to rate it. Weird, wacky, but lovely. Play Brewco's frosted sugar vanilla stout with gingerbread and rainbow chocolate. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I like it enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.